Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Curse of Oak Island. The team goes in search of the Templar Knight's hatch. This week on The Curse of Oak Island, the team opened up a whole new area of the island to search following a new revelation from an ancient 14th century map. The Oak Island team have been enjoying the excitement drummed up by their recent discoveries of gold in the Money Pit area, and they are starting to plan how and when to bring in the large 10-foot steel caisson shafts. The team agreed with Rose Equipment and Irving Equipment that they would want 4 caissons in 4 to 6 weeks. But in the meantime, most of this episode revolved around the 14th century map discovered by historian Zena Halpern. The map in question is a rough hand-drawn map of the island with various locations marked. It was written in French, and Halpern dated it to 1347 and concluded that it was drawn by a Templar knight or somebody connected to the Templars. Halpern first brought the map to the attention of the Lagina brothers in 2016, and since then, the team and various experts have attempted to decipher it, albeit with somewhat limited success. This week, the team assembled in the war room to hear from Oak Island theorist Matt Sant, who has been studying Halpern's map and recently contacted Marty Lagina to say he'd found something the guys had missed. Sant examined the original French version of the map alongside the English translation, and he noticed a mistake in the English one. The English map pinpointed 2 locations that were labeled the hole under and the hatch. The Oak Island team have long been fascinated by the hatch and have tried and failed to locate it. However, Sant now claims that the hand-drawn location pointer lines for the English version were incorrect and that it was just one location called the hole under the hatch. This makes a hell of a lot more sense grammatically and also explains why the guys never found the so-called hatch as they were looking in the wrong place. The below image shows the initial English version with the incorrect pointer lines, whereas a close-up of Sant's version reveals that the hole under the hatch is one location. Oak Island team then went in search of the hatch. Sant suggested to the guys that they take a shovel and go searching for the hatch, to which the guys promised to do precisely that. In fact, they did one better than that. They enlisted the help of CSR Geosurveysalt, who brought in some fancy equipment to examine the ground in Lot 22 and Lot 4, where Sant had essentially suggested they look for the hatch. The CSR guys conducted a VIA survey of the area, which uses radio waves to map under the surface and, hopefully, reveal any hidden tunnels or shafts. The results of this survey, unfortunately, will take some time, so we'll have to wait for a future episode. But the geoscientists also conducted a magnetometer survey, which records ferrous metals under the ground, and they came back with some interesting results. They noted a large anomaly in Lot 4, which they advised the Oak Island team to investigate. Jack Begley pointed out that the anomaly was very close to the so-called hatch marked on Zena's map, and he was backed up by surveyor Steve Guptill, who said it matched his work in mapping the general location of the hatch. Unfortunately, there was no time to dig it up this week, but as Rick pointed out, this has opened up a whole new search agenda, and just maybe it will lead to the discovery of some Templar treasure and some ancient Christian relics. The mist rolled in off the Atlantic, shrouding Oak Island in a blanket of thick, eerie fog. The island, steeped in mystery and whispered legends, stood resolute, a silent keeper of secrets. Its very essence seemed to pulsate with an enigmatic energy, drawing treasure hunters and historians alike into its web of allure and enigma. Today, however, the island was quiet, save for the distant call of seabirds and the rhythmic lapping of waves against its rocky shore. In the heart of this mystery, the Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty, stood at the edge of the money pit, their expressions a blend of excitement and determination. They had uncovered many tantalizing clues over the years, from fragments of ancient artifacts to cryptic inscriptions. Yet, one legend had always eluded them: the fabled Templar Knight's hatch. It was said to be a hidden entrance, a gateway to the island's deepest and most guarded secrets, possibly leading to a treasure beyond imagination. The brothers' belief in the existence of this hatch was fueled by recent discoveries. Deep in the bowels of the island, a series of stone structures and carvings had been unearthed, bearing the unmistakable marks of the Templar Knights. These ancient warrior monks, renowned for their bravery and rumored to possess vast treasures, had long been linked to Oak Island. The symbols hinted at a concealed entrance hatch that, once opened, would unveil the secrets buried beneath the island for centuries. Rick, his eyes gleaming with a fervor born of years of relentless pursuit, turned to the team. "This is it," he said, his voice firm. "We've come so far, and I believe we're on the brink of a monumental discovery. If we can locate this hatch, we might finally unlock the true story of Oak Island." Marty nodded, his pragmatic mind already racing through the logistics. "We need to be methodical. The hatch could be hidden beneath centuries of earth and rock. We'll need to use every tool at our disposal: ground-penetrating radar, seismic scans, and our trusty excavators." The team sprang into action, setting up their equipment with practiced efficiency. As the machinery hummed to life, the fog began to lift, revealing the island in its rugged beauty. The ground-penetrating radar swept the area, its signals delving deep into the earth, seeking out anomalies that might indicate hidden structures. Hours passed, the team's anticipation growing with each passing moment. Suddenly, the radar technician's voice crackled through the radio. "We've got something. There's a large, rectangular void beneath the surface. It's about 15 feet down, directly beneath us." Rick's heart pounded in his chest. "That's it. It has to be." The excavators roared to life, their powerful arms biting into the earth with determined precision. Shovelful after shovelful of soil was removed, revealing a layer of ancient stones carefully placed to conceal whatever lay beneath. The atmosphere was electric, the air charged with the promise of discovery. As the final stones were lifted away, a heavy iron-bound hatch came into view. Its surface was adorned with intricate carvings, symbols of the Templar Knights that glinted faintly in the dappled sunlight. The hatch seemed to exude an aura of mystery, as if guarding its secrets jealously even now. Rick stepped forward, his hand trembling slightly as he reached out to touch the hatch. "This is it," he whispered, a sense of awe in his voice. "The Templar Knight's hatch." Marty joined him, his gaze fixed on the ancient artifact. "We need to be careful. There's no telling what's on the other side." With a collective breath, the team prepared to lift the hatch. It was heavy, the iron hinges groaning in protest as they slowly pried it open. A rush of stale, cold air escaped from the depths below, carrying with it the scent of ages long past. Peering into the darkness, Rick shone his flashlight into the void. A narrow stone staircase descended into the earth, its steps worn smooth by centuries of use. "We're going in," he said, determination stealing his voice. One by one, the team descended into the subterranean chamber. The walls were lined with ancient stones, their surfaces etched with symbols and writings that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. The air was thick with the weight of history, the echoes of the past reverberating through the chamber. At the bottom of the staircase, they found themselves in a vast underground hall. Massive stone columns rose from the floor, supporting a vaulted ceiling that seemed to stretch into infinity. The walls were adorned with tapestries and murals, depicting scenes of Templar knights in battle, their swords gleaming with an ethereal light.